Hey, how you doing, y'all? I'm so tired. It's hard being out here in the cold. I want to be in my bed. OMG. I'm not about to play with you. Listen, it's snow, like shovelable snow outside. It's a million things. Good morning, Doug. You want to come home and get the snow? You know it's cold outside. He say you. He showed off his photo shoot from when he came back home. He acted like nobody know, but you know it's okay. We saw you. What's up, Ken Nixon in the morning? Ken is on in the morning. How you doing? It's a Veterans Day, of course. Good morning, Holy Ghost. Good morning, Holy Spirit. And good morning to each of you, and happy Veterans Day. You know, it's Veterans Day, goodness, and that means a lot to a lot of people. So we're gonna put. I got this survey yesterday from Genesis class, so this is shout out from our sponsors. We're gonna put this rubber band out. Oh, and it's a nice thick one too for our sponsors. Doug said, "Wake up, both of you." Listen, Doug, I'm not going to even front. No, I don't want to wake all the way up. I want to be barely awake right now, and I'm okay with it. Enjoy that snow. No, Doug, we're not enjoying the snow. Wait, wait. She over here rebuking a sleeping day. Who does that on a snow day? How you rebuke a sleeping day? And we're from Buffalo. We're from Buffalo, New York. Sleeping days mean everything. Yes, good morning, evangelist. Good morning, Holy Spirit. Yes, listen. Evangelist, your goddaughter is not understanding. Doug, you are not understanding. I thought we were all one people. And Nixon. Yeah. Okay. Yes, you okay. If you say so. Yes, we have snow. And check on your mom, Evangelist. If you have anyone in this area or any area where the weather is not always promising, you do want to check on your loved ones and make sure that they're okay. It's already 6:34. We'll be hearing from the love of the land in just a little while. Ken Nixon says, yes, that's something you should do and want to do. Good morning, Kelly. Good morning, everyone who's joining us on this Veterans Day. If you know a veteran, today is the best day in the world for them. Everything is free or discounted, and you get to enjoy some of those sales as well because different places are having great sales and serving great breakfast. So you might want to take somebody out for breakfast this morning who is a veteran. Of course, that'll be the best time to take them out, like, breakfast on me. And you just take them to the place where it's free. So that's just a little something to do because I'm sure they'll enjoy they'll enjoy the company. I think that's the biggest part, having the company. Yes, you got your godmother. Mhm. Okay. Ugh, wait, I can't keep up. You're going too fast.
Always gave us love and protection. But then they took it a step further, with the love that my grandmother instilled in them, went on ahead and tried to protect the country. So I definitely salute y'all.
Definitely. I'm gonna run past my list in a second. Here's the law of the land with James Gill, and I'll go down the next list. Here we go. All right, now. Good morning.
For today is one of those thank you days. I always say it does not cost you nothing to say thank you. So one of these days is the day to say thank you. Thank you to all of our veterans out there today that are serving our country and have served our country. Thank you, thank you, and thank you. Because without them, you will not be free. Everybody need to realize what today really means. Without them holding up our borders and protecting us, this country will not be free. And you have to understand that. So, thank a veteran for today. The next
Thank a veteran for today. I definitely agree. It doesn't cost you anything to say thank you. And that salute to everyone. What I'm doing on this end is linking rubber bands. My Uncle Larry, my Uncle Terry, my Uncle Charles, my grandfather, all of my cousins, the juniors of those guys. They let me keep it going. I can't even begin to name. I know my cousin Anthony Blackman. He served well. The list really goes on and on. And what I'm doing is I'm linking. Kelly, you just said salute to my brother and RIP to my dad. Love them both. Okay, that. Oh yeah. She said she also. Didn't you know you're still there, right?
Oh, you already know.
Okay.
I'm here like last year.
Korean War veterans. I'm putting one on. I'm linking a rubber band, and what I found is the links are so much more. I'm not gonna say more powerful, but in a way, it says that when you're linked together, you're stronger. So even though we put individual rubber bands on the rubber band balls, I have found that the links pull it together because you always want to be connected to something more powerful. So if you put the name on there, I'm definitely linking a rubber band ball, a rubber band on the rubber band link to put on the ball for you. Goodness. Go ahead.
Real quick, let me just salute my father, rest in heaven. He served in the army. And, where it really all started is that my grandfather, my mother's father, he served in the military in the army, and I believe he was in World War I or II. I'm gonna have to get one of the family members on there to yes, I definitely salute them, and then now we can proceed. And everybody else that I know, friends, and I just ran into Paulo yesterday at the library, the Jefferson. So yes, salute to those. My homeboy,
Maryland skate, skateboard.
Hot Rod, he was in his. Yes, what did I tell you?
I was just thinking of Maryland skate, the skate one, the one that throws the skating parties here in Western New York. She's Shotty Swags. Big shout out to my boy Shotty Swags. You already know he doing his thing, right? Our people's is doing his thing. He's doing his thing, and what I love most about what he's doing is he ended up doing an event for Maryland skateboard Maryland. That's what I call her, skating Maryland, not skateboard. But she always shows a skating event, but she is also a veteran, and she had a veteran event and let Shotty Swags DJ for it. So I wanted to put one on for her. Maybe you know someone who served. Maybe you're sharing this show like I am. And don't forget all the Vietnam veterans, the shunned heroes. listen, just added another one on for them as well. When you think about veterans, and James Gill said it great in the Law of the Land, you think about those who serve and protect us, who put their lives on the line. And these ladies and gentlemen, these women and men are not by far fearful of the enemy. They're trained to protect at all costs and to serve without flinching. Sometimes I look at a soldier and it really makes me have to think, am I being the proper soldier in the war that I'm in? Am I standing strong to that I've taken them all the time? And if I do remember those discounts and those savings and that covering, like the government covers your soldiers, right? They're supposed to get these great salaries, or so to speak. They cover them. They don't have to worry about the cost of living. Although a lot of our veterans are living in a scarce time when they come out, they're really truly covered while they're in. But my question becomes is, if they can do it for a country and for brothers and sisters that they don't even know. They don't know us all the time. We can shout a few out, like Barbara Miller Williams, big shout out. I know you're a vet, it's just all of the vets that work for Maritime Charter School. I just want to shout all of you out. But they don't even know us as close as we know those who fought for us. But yet it's kind of like the prayer says, forgive those who forgive their trespasses. That one right there. They're forgiving any trespass that's been against them and still fighting for us. And my question is, when do we get that mindset? When do we get that mindset?
You know what though? When you're trying to seek the Lord, when you're trying to reach the kingdom, the heavenly realm, or so to speak, when you're trying to live their life, you become a soldier in the army for the Lord. You know what I'm saying? And you got to put on your armor. You got to be ready to go to war sometimes because you have spiritual war within your own self and in your own life. So therefore, that's when it's time to suit up and boot up and be prayed up. And if I'm not mistaken, I think it's Marines that say, they stay ready at the ready, so you don't have to get ready. And my grandmother used to have a saying, ready to roll. You jump up, ready to roll. But also, I want to say, Lakeisha Hughes, she's a poet. It's Cold Spring. She's a vet. So I definitely want to shout her out because that sister, you talking about going to war and just when you get in that mindset, within your own life, when you gotta stay prayed up, you gotta do certain things before you go out and face the day, and other people, and you're dealing with other people, other attitudes, other personalities. You have to get prepared for some of that sometimes, and that's what they do. They go to boot camp, they get prepared, they get trained. Sometimes you have to train your mindset a certain way. So what do you consider? When do you get into that mindset? When do you feel as though you need to get into that mindset?
I'm gonna be honest. I've been over here tagging. It just don't make sense. But listen, I get into that mindset usually every morning before starting my day. I have to be honest. It came up in a time where you don't know what the day consists of. So you really, and we talked about this a few in past shows. I really wake up trying to put on my full armor. Most soldiers, and maybe this is where some of us slip up at it. Maybe I need to think about this a little more. Maybe I need to sleep better in my armor. You feel me? Maybe I need to rest better in my armor. Maybe I need to become more comfortable, never taking that armor off. And I think that's one of the things that puts me in the mindset of not only Veterans Day, but it's 6:45 to the top of the hour, and this is a great time to just kind of swing this in. I need to be prepared like those Marys got prepared in that play. I need to really be able to say I'm willing to take this journey, and usually a journey starts at a point where something else ends. I think of all of your positions in the play, and one that stands out, of course, yours as the last Mary, and then Vanetta's, Queen Halima stood out. A few of them, even Mother Mary stood out. But I'm saying that I want to have that type of faith that even in the wartime, even in the hard times, I don't budge. And that's what veterans have done. That's what that's what the Marys have showed us is that we don't have to, and that's I keep going back to the armor. I think part of the problem, and maybe I just solved my own issue. I don't know if anybody else got the same issue. You got the lady with the issue of blood, you got the issues, but my issue is maybe I really want to be more of a spiritual soldier and be more comfortable with that armor never having to come off. It says put on the full armor. I've never read where it says take it off so you can slumber better. And then I think about the part in the play where Yeshua said, to them, can you just stay awake? Sometimes I think that maybe we do get too comfortable sleeping, even though our eyes are wide open. Our eyes are wide shut. So are you really staying woke?
And I'm so glad you segued into that, because I did want to take a portion of the show and just, to sort of, interview you on, your recap, your summarization and what you took in and what you took away, from the play. And you did perfect segue. And when you said, maybe you ought to, get comfortable in the armor and sleep in the armor. And, that's what and anybody that know my grandmother, I know my family members will agree. When I say my grandmother say ready to roll, sometimes you have to go to sleep in your clothes, so when it's time to wake up, you ready to roll. You jump up and get your business together and then you ready to roll. Or, you get your clothes laid out the night before. When it's time to jump up and get ready to roll, you are prepared. And that's another thing that a soldier are. They're prepared, which we already said. But I wanted to ask you if you could just, really fully go through all seven of the Marys and, and just give us what you took away, as far as the performance, the message, just go ahead.
Well, first of all, I do want to say shout out to Brown and Taylor Associates, who was my theater guest this weekend. Sasha, I really appreciate you coming to the theater with me to the Lutheran Church with me to see the Seven Faithful Marys. And as she and I sat there, the first thing that stood out is that the written portion of and I'm sorry, I put my program away. I should have pulled it out for this morning, but I put it away so that I can keep up with it. They used the word Yeshua, and I thought that that was great. The other takeaway is that each Mary was able to show us where they come from because of the dialect that they use. I thought that that was awesome. I want a little bit deeper as we're talking about today being Veterans Day, and after seeing that play, what I saw is that they had a passion and a commitment to serve Christ. And I think that that's what it takes to really be in this walk the way it is. You have to have a passion for him and you have to have a commitment to serve. And it does not seem easy. And every single one of the Marys, Bethany, the one that did not, the one what we called her the nameless Mary, so to speak, because she ended up gaining her name by association. I think that that's the other thing that I loved about the play, that each Mary became associated with each other through their faith walk to join one unit of Christ, which was that said that he is the great I am. And even through all of their issues, disbeliefs, or even what they did, we're blessed to see each one of those women were able to pull out something so unique. And what stood out, the uniqueness is that at the end, they agreed that it was murder. They agreed that they all had issues, but then it goes a little deeper because it also showed, and this is the part that I did not want to forget to share. It was a part in there that really stuck out to me, and I'm not going to cry, and then I'm going to read this comment. It was a part in there where it said, how you all the women in the play came together and fed and clothed each other. They had a sisterhood. They had a bond. They paid homage to the Mother Mary. They recognized the woman for coming, each one of the Marys for coming together. It was like, oh, come sit with us. come join with us. And for me, that's where I knew that I really was walking into salvation, because the sisters that I have been surrounded with for the last 2 years said, come on, have a seat. I know you used to have an issue of blood. I know you used to have that issue. The word this weekend said, prove it. We can't prove it, but we believe that it used to happen and that you trust in the Almighty Yahweh and He's making a difference in your life. And when that happened for me, I know for a fact that it was a powerful feeling to have sisters. Here's food, here's clothes, here's knowledge, here's counsel, here's love, here's understanding. Let's take this walk together. Let's prepare this body together. And that's what came out of good morning, good morning, Auntie. Good morning. And they all agreed that He is the great I am. And what I loved about the play is that at the end of it all, there was a walk together and a sisterhood and a bond and the prominence of being a Mary. Ask yourself, do you carry the characteristics of being a Mary? Can you really make it to the tomb and prepare to see Him risen again and not get fearful of being able to represent who He is, even though you used to have issues, even though you used to have issues. And we're not talking about just the issue of blood here. We're talking about the issue of doubt, the issue of fear, the issue of condemnation, the issue of not knowing how to represent Him, the issue of not having that relationship with Him, the issue of not having the full armor on. Y'all wore a certain garment. There was a certain garment that you wore. And I love the fact that you had on the green one. Each one of those garments meant something different. Each one of those garments clothed you different. Are you comfortable in your garment? Can you put on the full armor and carry your own cross? And of course, I love the fact too that there was so much truth in the writing of the play that it was powerful enough to say He was hung on a tree. Wait. And the Judas dude that you described. Oh, how many of us got one of those in our lives?
And when you got to that part, I mean, I was cool until you mentioned that, and I was enjoying, you know, just your overall of the production. I just want to cut in once, and you can proceed with that, as it is 6:52 to the top of the hour.
Mm-hmm.
And when I got to the Judas part, when I got to that part, it was so emotional that the tears was just flowing to the point that me and the last Mary, now I have to put it back together, and we join together in agreement, and He rose with all power in His hand.
Yes.
And now sing the song of praise. Every praise is to our God. Balling, at that point. And when you talk about, the betrayal of each of the Marys, each of us, yes, we all had issues that brought us together. God brought us all together for a sisterhood for a reason. Because each and every one of us may have had some sort of issue going on within our lives that we had needed to be in that sisterhood, in that situation to bring out these performances for His glory. And that's the part where the emotions really kick in, because it's a tale of each of these women experience. Some of them was there during His birth. Some was there during the whole walk of His life up until the crucifixion, the resurrection. And when you speak of a Judas, yes, we did mention that everyone has one of those.
Everyone.
We talk about friends, how many of us have them? But go ahead, sis. Proceed.
No, I'm reading a comment, and one of the comments said, how the women used to gossip about the women with issue of blood, or even the one that had the Mary that had the issue of they thought she was crazy. They thought she had lost it already. You know what I mean? Crazy Mary. And that, how many times have you done something in your younger years or in your past years? We don't call them past years because it may have been yesterday, but you may not do that no more. Because He's also one of those guys that's like He can then some. He can make it happen right here, right now. That's just how good he is. And that's what we saw in those Marys. He was an expedient God. He didn't make her suffer when she touched the hem of the garment. He felt his virtue be gone, but he still knew that it was gone into a place that was a healing. So yes, you're right. While they was gossiping, evangelists, they let that little gossip slip. Yep, the healer is on the way. And you gotta pay attention. And I love the fact that we acknowledge that you know a Judas when you see a Judas. You just don't want to tell him to go do what he got to do. Like Christ just told Judas, go do what you got to do. Mary was sitting there, all of them was sitting there thinking, oh, he's going to do his usual business, not realizing that, a Judas is going to do what a Judas got to do no matter what. And that's just what it is when it comes down to a Judas. They're not going to hesitate or get off course. And that's not a spirit that you want, but understand that that is a spirit that is there. A Judas spirit is real. And you have to remember.
Some people do carry that. That's
They do.
and, um, performing the miracles and the healer. I'm gonna tell you one experience from the play. Where he told Judas to go do what you must do.
Yeah.
When Queen Mother Akua, was doing that part, the Mary that she portrayed, the one that had the upper room, where she asked, could they not stay awake, she mentions how Simon cuts one of the guards' ears off.
Yeah.
So
Simon Peter.
right then and there, Jesus picks up the ear and places right back on the soldier's, face, and as if it was never off. So therefore, he's a healer and performing miracles. And her part says, he does this miracle right in front of you, and y'all still doubting this man. Over lies, over allegations, accusations, and this is another thing. How many times are people falsely accused? How many times are people allegedly saying these things or slandering somebody's name, mudslinging, throwing people through the dirt, up under the skid marks, fire track, all that on the forehead? How many times have people have done that? And you know that you're innocent. Now, in today's age, it's normally you're innocent until proven guilty. For the most part, it seems like you're guilty until you prove that you're innocent. So, you see all of these things before you. You have factual, but yet and still, you rather believe the lies. It's easier, I guess, to believe the lies than it is the truth. I don't know.
If you really look at spirituality nowadays as a whole, and as we're, preparing to wrap up, I think that is what has become. And I'm not going to get into this full fledged because later on this week we're going to talk to Sabria Wilkins, who has a new cleaning service. We're going to talk to Tara, who has a new counseling service. But later on, I think we need to talk about the fact that when you say is believing lies, Kanye coming out with mad lies. But everybody that felt like, oh, he dropped a good new song, y'all jumped on the bandwagon, not understanding that Christianity has a face of the Antichrist. And you need to pay close attention and stay woke to what's happening around y'all. So as this is happening, yes, Christianity is painting on exactly what Revelation said it's supposed to paint on. False prophets, lies, false religion, false doctrine, and that's what you're beginning to see very prevalently. And because it's in the fame of, did I say fame? In the fashion of fame coming from people with fortune, we believe that it's possible, not remembering that the association is the most dangerous part. Nobody ever said that a dude like Kanye was associated with 7 faithful Marys. He associated with the 45th. And the 45th, they never talked about being faithful to no Marys. As a matter of fact, I'm going to leave that alone. But
But at any who, it's 6:59. Later on about believing these lies, and people will have a habit of, looking at you like, well, who do you believe, me or your lying eyes? So, and then what I also wanted to say, as it is 7 o'clock right now, I want to thank Doug, for saying, wake up, stay woke, because we have to. This is something that God put on us to do, and if He touched me to wake up, enough to say good morning, hello, whatever. Good morning, Holy Spirit, and so be it. We got to be ready to roll, Solar.
All right.
Say good morning to all, and have the best day ever. Salute a soldier, treat a soldier, become a soldier in the army of the Lord.
I'm a soldier in the army of the Lord. I'm a soldier in the army. If I die, let me die in the army of the Lord. That's the old folks say. If I die, let me die in the army. 'Cause you don't know, like I know, what he's done for